What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. And I know that this video is a little bit late, as it's probably going to drop like the second week ish of the new year of 2026. Congratulations, we made it. Um, but like I did last year, I wanted to come together, at the end of the year slash beginning of the new year. I know I'm a little late this year. Um, and talk about all the games that I fully played through and beat this year. Now, this year, to be honest with you guys, was a very slow year in terms of how many games I've been able to play and beat. There are plenty of games that are not on this list that I've played, but I didn't technically beat. So I'll mention a few of those as well. But I do have a stack of games here that I did beat, and the number of games that I beat in 2025 was 10 games. And that's kind of sad. It's less than one game per month. So I usually, I don't really have like a goal in mind, but in 2026, I would like to be able to get through more games than 10 at least. If I could somewhere end around the 15 game, uh, range, 14, 15, 16 games for the year, um, I'd be really happy. And if I got anything over that, I'd be ecstatic. And I'll kind of talk about some games that I want to maybe get through and some consoles that I do want to play more of in 2026. But let's go ahead and get into the games that I beat in 2025. And before we do, I would love for you guys to put in the comments below how many games you guys beat in 2025 and maybe what was your favorite game. I'm going to talk about that today too. What's the favorite game I played this of 2025? I was about to say this year, but it's already 2026. Can't say that. Um, but yeah, my favorite game and my least favorite games that I played in 2025. You guys will get to know all of it in this video. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. And first video on the channel of the year, besides shorts, but first full long form video. So that's pretty exciting. And the first game that I ended up beating in 2025 was this is the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which has Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 on it. And the game I beat was Mass Effect 3. So in 2024, bringing it back 2 years, I played Mass Effect 1 and 2. And I actually did start this in 2024, but I finished it in 2025. So within that, like a year span, basically, I beat the full Mass Effect trilogy. And it kind of changed the way that I game and changed the way that I look at RPGs in general because this is like the first, I want to say it's kind of the first true RPG that I ended up beating. All right, I had to take a brief intermission there because I actually got a phone call that I needed to answer. So, anyways, I know I was talking about Mass Effect 3, and I'm not going to harp on this for too long because I don't want this video to be like super, super long. But, anyways, yes, Mass Effect is one of my favorite gaming series ever. It's probably my top three. Mass Effect is probably my top three like franchises ever. And Mass Effect 2 specifically is probably it's definitely my top three of games ever. I freaking love Mass Effect. I even played quite a bit of Mass Effect Andromeda. I didn't beat it this year, but that is another one I played, so honorable mention. But and I did think that game was cool. I just didn't want to get into that long of a game at the time that I started it, so I did mess around with it for a bit. It was fun. Anyways, next game that I played and beat in 2025 was Sonic Shadow Generations. Now, if you guys don't know, this has like Shadow Generations and it also has the classic Sonic Generations game. The game I did beat to kind of clarify things is Sonic Shadow Generations. I didn't play the classic just Generations. I think I maybe played like a level or two, but I didn't like play the full game. Um, this was a lot of fun, and I did make a full video on this game saying that like this game kind of sparked my interest more in Sonic and kind of made me a Sonic fan. And I kind of went on a little bit of a rabbit hole after this. I got some more Sonic games that I haven't beaten yet. They are on my list though, and I started watching some of the Sonic shows. There's quite a bit of Sonic shows if you guys don't know, but Sonic Shadow Generations was actually really fun and played flawlessly on the PlayStation 5. So I really enjoyed my time with this one. I didn't really know if I was gonna really like it or not, because I haven't played much of Sonic games in general in my entire life, no matter what console it is. Um, and I only have a handful of Sonic games, but I did pick up some more Sonic games after this. I picked up Sonic Unleashed on the PlayStation 3, and then I also picked up Sonic Frontiers for PS5, which that's the one that I do want to get through this year, or at least try it this year and see how it is. Haven't yet to play it yet. So my Sonic fans out there, let me know what Sonic games or shows that you guys really like that you think I should try out as someone who like is fairly new to the franchise. I like grew up, Sonic was huge when I was growing up, but I just never really got heavy into the games. Anyways, next game I beat. That was a lot of fun and a little surprising. A little bit of a slower game, but excuse me, very enjoyable. And that is Resistance Fall of Man. And that is, yeah, that's the only PS3 game that I beat this year. That's kind of sad. I do want to play more PS3 this year. But Resistance Fall of Man, this is the first game in the Resistance franchise, which if you guys don't know, it's kind of like a competitor to Halo, like the PlayStation version of Halo, which obviously you guys know Halo is an Xbox franchise. And Fall of Man's the first game in that series. There's a 3 game series: Resistance 1, 2, and 3. So I played the first one, and I do have the second one. I don't have the third one yet. I do have the second one, and that is another one I do want to play because I really enjoyed my time with Resistance. It's a very cool game, and it will remind you of like an old school like World War II game mixed with excuse me, goodness, something in my throat. Like mixed with Halo or mixed with, like an alien takeover, if you want to say, something like that. But really enjoyed my time with it. If you guys are fans of Resistance, definitely let me know. I freaking love this game. So that was a lot of fun. The next 2 games, I believe, yeah, that I played were Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2, and I played that on the Nathan Drake collection. Played it on PlayStation 5, and they were really fun games. Really good games. Uncharted 2 is really a solid, action adventure game and first person shooter, action adventure game, platforming, all that good stuff. It's a great game. Actually, I shouldn't really say is it a first person shooter? I shouldn't really say FPS. But anyways, great games. I still need to play Uncharted 3, and I do have Uncharted 4 as well that I need to hop into. But Uncharted 1 and 2, I don't have like a ton to say because if you really think about it, the games are pretty basic. It's just like an action adventure, which is, there's no crazy combat elements or crazy story notes or anything like that. The story is very well put together, and there are a lot of very cinematic scenes in this game, especially Uncharted 2. You guys know the train scene, really good scene in video games and just cinema in general. Um, Love those games. Next up, we've got my favorite game that I played this year. And I still have the sticker on it that I really need to take off, but that is Titanfall 2. You guys actually can't even see the 2 on there, but I promise you it is Titanfall 2. And I played this on PS5. It's a PlayStation 4 copy. Um, Man, Titanfall 2, bro. This game freaking slaps. This game is amazing, and the favorite game I played this year, the only game that I gave a 10 out of 10 masterpiece this year in terms of ratings. Every time I beat a game after it, I put it in my notes section on my phone and I put a rating next to it, a 1 through 10 rating. Which is something I really enjoy doing, and it's like something I'll look back on the year and I'll think, man, okay, maybe I want to change some of those scores after giving it some more time because I usually rate the game, right after I play it, or sometimes I give it like a week to kind of really let it sink in and collect my thoughts on it collectively, instead of just giving it like a really high score right when after you beat it and roll credits because you're like hype on it. But I really like giving it a 1 out of 10 score, and this is the only game this year in 2025 that I gave that score to a 10. Really, really good. It's a very quick campaign. It's like 5 to 6 hours, if I remember correctly, 5.5 hours, something like that. But the multiplayer as well is pretty fun. I did dive into it a little bit. I was garbage at it, but it was a lot of fun. So I would have been. I wish I kind of would have played this game in its heyday, especially Titanfall 1, which I never really got into on Xbox 360, which I do have it for Xbox 360, but you know that's a multiplayer game. There's not a campaign. Unfortunately, I wish there was. But anyways, Titanfall 2, can't say enough about it. If you've never tried it, please, please, please play Titanfall 2. I think you'll be surprised. The next game is something, I don't want to say something completely different and out of the wheelhouse of games that I've played before, because I am a Gears of War fan as well. But Space Marine 2, or Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. This game was a lot of fun. It is, I'm not going to say it's just like Gears of War, but it might remind you of Gears of War. A lot of the gameplay, the combat elements, how you're walking around like super tanky. That is how this game is. And you're just a complete bad ASS, just walking around with some amazing weapons, just taking out a plethora of enemies that are just firing at you at all times. And it's a lot of fun. There's a little bit of like puzzle elements. I'm not sure if puzzle elements is the right way to describe it, but very fun game. If I remember right, it's like a 10-hour game, 11-hour game, something like that. So nothing too crazy. Excuse me. Nothing too crazy to get through, but very fun game. And I definitely don't regret buying it. I think I found it for $40 at GameStop. Um, not too long after it came out, so that was cool. On a little bit of sale there. The next game that I did play through is Injustice 2. Now, if you guys don't know, Injustice 1, that is my favorite fighting game of all time. And after playing this game, it's still my favorite fighting game of all time. Injustice 2 was pretty fun to play through. I just I didn't sink into it and get as invested into the story like I did in Injustice 1. And maybe because it's the second game in the franchise, but I don't know, it just didn't hit the same as Injustice 1. So if you guys have played, Injustice 1 and 2, let me know if you guys have similar thoughts. I believe, the mass majority has around the same thoughts as I do on it, where they think the first one's better, but I know there are some sickos out there that think the second one's better. You're wrong. No, I'm kidding. If you like the second one better, you like the second one better. That's fine. But yeah. Anyways, the next game that I played, I do not have a physical copy to show you guys. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for that because it was on my, it was one of the free downloads for PlayStation. 1 month, like a long time ago. I don't even remember when it was the free game, but I just not got around to playing it this year, and it was another Sonic game, and it was Sonic Colors Ultimate. I had a lot of fun with Ultimate. Excuse me, goodness, something is like killing my throat right now. It's making me want to cough. It's like an itch in there. But anyways, Sonic Colors Ultimate was a ton of fun, and I did make a video on that game. I got into Sonic this year, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Did I expect that to happen? Absolutely not. But it was a lot of fun. I do suggest playing that game if you haven't. I know you can pick it up pretty dang cheap on almost any console. I've seen it at GameStop on PS4 or even the Switch for fairly cheap. So definitely check that out if you guys haven't played it. But pretty good game. And the last game that I did end up beating in 2025 was Gears of War Reloaded, which I have a few videos on this on my channel. And man, this was a great game. I never actually beat Gears of War 1, back in its heyday. I haven't beat Gears of War 2 either. I only played 3. 3 is an amazing game, and I do think that 3 is a better game than Gears of War, the original. But Gears of War Reloaded was phenomenal on PlayStation 5. It looked amazing. I don't think that it took away from the game. Some people have that thought where the upgraded graphics took away from it. In my opinion, for this game specifically, now some games that does happen, such as Halo Combat Evolved. If you played the Anniversary Collection, which that's what I'm going through right now, that's currently the game I'm playing, and that's what I want the first game of 2026 for me to play through is Combat Evolved. Um, but if you've played through it, if you know about it, on the 360, you can play that game and you can switch between like the OG original Xbox graphics or the upgraded graphics that it's like the um the remastered version basically, where it's like upgraded graphics. It looks a little bit better, but I think that that game plays better and looks better in the OG graphics. I think that the upgraded ones takes away from it. But in this case of Gears of War Reloaded, I think that it actually doesn't take away from it. I think that it adds to it. So, anyways, if you guys, goodness, if you guys did not play this, definitely recommend playing it. I really enjoyed my time with it. and just playing Gears of War on PlayStation is was pretty crazy. But it's really cool getting Xbox franchises on PlayStation now. Um, there's barely any console exclusivity anymore besides Nintendo. If you guys think about it. But anyways, those are the games I played this year, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I would love to know the games that you guys beat this year, your favorite game, maybe your least favorite game that you played this year, and maybe what games you guys want to get into in 2020. Thank you guys so much for the love you showed me this past couple of years on this channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.